Hi, this is Peter. I want to share with you a couple of thoughts I have on Parkinson's disease and cannabinoids. This comes from a question from a brand ambassador just very recently. And I've been looking a little bit into Parkinson's because it's a disease it's on the rise. A lot of more people are developing this, partly because of age. It's an age-related degenerative disorder. But it also has genetic reasons, environmental reasons, and just simply biological reasons. One of the main reasons is that dopamine, a very important neurotransmitter, so a signaling molecule between nerve cells, is going to be not as effective anymore. And dopamine is regulating our movement. Part of it. It does a lot of other things, but dopamine does that. And we see the reduction of the effectiveness of dopamine. And when we know what cannabinoids is doing, we know this from research, is opening up other signaling pathways that dopamine may work through to restore the effectiveness of this neurotransmitter. That's just a very important one way of how cannabinoids could help with the slowing down of the progression of Parkinson. And another one is neuroinflammation. And inflammation is neuroinflammation between the cells of the nervous system. They communicate with each other. They make us able to move. And what we see at Parkinson, of course, is becoming shaky, having a shaky head, having shaky movement, not so stable walking anymore. That comes because of the lack of effective communication. And neuroinflammation is an important effect when people develop Parkinson's disease. And we know that CBD and the other cannabinoids are very effective in slowing down inflammation. They're anti-inflammatory. And in that sense, they may help with slowing down the progression of Parkinson's disease. And thirdly, I want to mention the mitochondria. Mitochondria are organelles, which means cell compartments inside the cell that produce energy. And we need energy for everything. And they're very sensitive to oxidative stress because they use a lot of oxygen to produce that energy. And if the mitochondria get destroyed, we are lacking the needed energy, particularly in our brain, to regulate our movement. Again, cannabinoids slow down the oxidative stress, take it away, our free radical dampening effects, antioxidants. So there are three major important reasons why cannabinoids may slow down the progression or even prevent the existence of Parkinson's disease. Neuro-anti-inflammatory, making sure that dopamine finds its way back into signaling processes, and slowing down the destruction of our mitochondria. A very interesting research, and cannabinoids have a very strong effect to the brain because of the abundance of cannabinoid receptors in the brain. So it doesn't surprise me that there are some beneficial and some potentially life-changing effects found there.